What's up, guys? NJ Slot Guy here with SlotsFan.com. We are into the new year now, and I have to bring you some special people for that. And I bring you two very special people that I hold close to my heart, Ashley and John Cassanova from Cassanova Slots. Thank you very much for joining me today, guys. Appreciate it.
For having us, man.
So my goal in this, if you have been watching, is to show your audience, a little bit more the personable side of you, as well as a whole community that maybe doesn't even know that you and I exist. And I'm trying my best to get everybody out there. I think that all of the creators, obviously including you two as well, need to be out there a little bit more. You guys are entertaining. You guys bring an awesome appeal to the table. And I think you need to be out there more. So how did this all start for you guys? How did this come about? How did Cassanova Slots begin?
All right. So several years ago, we've had a channel for 6 years. We looked that up last night. It's crazy how time just flies when you're having fun. But so my mom loved going to the casino just as much as we did. So whenever we would go and she wouldn't be able to join us, I would record little snippets of bonuses or just whatever, her favorite game, anything. And I would send it over to her. And then I realized there's a whole community of that on YouTube. Like crazy. Like that's what people do. And so we kind of went back and forth about it. And it was NorCal Slot Guy who he had said something in one of his videos, kind of like, well, if I can do it, you can do it. And I used to be really afraid of public speaking. Like I had a huge fear of it. And that was something like, well, if I'm going to overcome it, this might be a good avenue to take to try that. And we went to WinStar. He hit a major progressive on like a lightning link on like 50 cents or something. And I just recorded a little snippet of it, posted on YouTube, and kind of been going ever since.
Let the masses take over. Same story here. 6 years ago too, as well. 2018, I started going on 7. Again, I'm like, what the hell is this?
Yeah,
I'm gonna record. Let me see what I can do if I record, and it just went crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are approaching a major milestone right now of 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. You're at like 9.99. So I'm wondering what the real number. Do you know what the real number is? Like
I do.
It's like boiling water.
9,992.
92.
Been there.
92. So you're going to go into the new year getting this major milestone. At least, I consider it a major. It was an incredible milestone to hit at 10K.
Yeah.
People now in the community, 6 years later, they hear 10,000. They don't think anything of it because you see these channels, but all of a sudden they have 300,000 subscribers because they're playing $700,000 bets and all that stuff. They don't realize the work, that is involved to get to that 10K number. And now with it overly saturated, and not in a terrible way, but now that it's overly saturated, it's a lot harder to get followers and subscribers than it was 6 or 7 years ago. So, that's a major milestone. Don't ever, look down on that. Don't let numbers affect you either. Because like I say to everybody, whether you have 1,000 subscribers or 1 million subscribers, you matter to people, whether it's one person. That's all that matters. Because prior to that 6 or 7 years, you were in your local community, talking and having these conversations. Now you have an outreach of a nation and possibly the world, and you don't realize what you're capable of and how your words can make somebody laugh, make somebody feel better, talk them off a ledge, whatever it may be. So you have to keep that in mind of how important both of you are, and you are. So you started Cassanova Slots 6-7 years ago, same thing like I did. You came into the mix. How did it feel when you started to see those numbers grow and you're getting these comments and like you're starting to see people love you? What was your thought process? Like, oh, we have to do this now. Like, there's no going back.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh crap, we started something and we have to keep doing it. And it was about a year ago. We had a channel membership and we paused it just because there was just a lot going on. And we honestly kept debating on if we wanted to continue the channel, but every time, like, there would be a comment, ever so often, or we'd see someone in a casino and they're like, oh my God, your video, that was just so much fun. You're so funny. Like, people think he's absolutely hilarious. So, like, oh my God, that was so funny. Like, I just absolutely love y'all. Please keep going. And so, just, it means a lot to us. And it's just crazy that, just having the idea of doing something and making it to almost 10,000 is just insane. Never would I have thought that.
Insane. This is what I tell people too, because I talk to bigger creators. We are all considered smaller creators now. Now that the community has exploded. And I try to tell everybody, like I said to you before, like you're important to this many people. And think about all the people that don't subscribe to you and don't comment and don't say anything that actually watch you on a daily basis, and they appreciate what you do. So just know that there's more out there. Do you remember the first time you were recognized? Why is John laughing like that?
Well, I do remember one specific time that we got recognized, and it wasn't even at a casino.
Oh, yeah.
A guy named Joe.
Let's hear it. And you remember his name. That's awesome. That's awesome that you remember his name. That's really
We were at Buc-ee's.
And what was it?
We were on the way to the casino, and it was
Buc-ee's in Melissa, Texas. We were heading to Choctaw.
And he's like, oh my God, Cassanova Slots. And we're like, whoa.
That one's probably the craziest.
And they actually started a channel too.
Yep. Joe and Tazzy Slots.
So
okay, how awesome is that? So think about that. And I'm not saying that they did it because of you, but you might have been the creators that pushed them to say, we can do this too. And
I hope.
Yes.
I hope it helped.
Of course. Let's make the community bigger and stronger than it's ever been. Let's get more people like us all helping each other out. That's exactly what this community needs, and that's the only way that we're going to, as creators as a whole, get bigger and bigger and bigger is the more we share each other and we're pushing this one and pushing that one. It's not all about the $1 million subscribers. Like I said, because look, if we all played $5,000 bonus bets and buy a bet, we would have 1 million subscribers too.
Sure.
We fall into that 98, 99% of the gambling demographic, which are, low limit, players. We play $1, $5, $10. That's realistic. That is more, it's more of a grasp on your audience because that's exactly what they do. And that's what they want to see. So again, don't sell you guys short at all. Don't ever do it. You mean something to people. This still is on the ground floor. Don't forget to. So all it's going to take is one to explode this. And all of a sudden, there's going to be subscribers everywhere. And we are now in a community where a possible celebrity is doing this because it got so big, and that's when it'll explode. So when I tell you, keep doing what you guys are doing because it is important and you mean a lot to people. I'm just going to keep saying it. I'm going to keep, crushing you with that. Like you mean something to somebody, whereas 6 or 7 years ago, you did not have that outreach. You had your local community, you had, your daily, whatever it is, and you meant something to those people. Now you mean something to people in New Jersey that you would have never met, you would have never crossed paths with, and all that stuff. And it really, it explodes into this whole beautiful thing, at least to me. Now, to go back on what you were saying, I still have the anxiety of speaking in public and being around a lot of people. You wouldn't think it. You really wouldn't, because you guys have been around me before.
Oh, no.
I like sitting at the middle of the table at dinner, telling jokes. And everybody thinks I'm on 17 different drugs because of the energy. But I have to tell you, it's you guys, that bring that out of me. You give me that confidence. You guys tell me how great I am, funny you are, and how all this and that, and then when I have to public speak in front of, 300 parents at a football dinner, I'm like, like this. I remember shaking a speech. I remember having a speech in my hand that I wrote. It took, a month to write for somebody's wedding as a best man. And I remember physically like shaking, like I was, Parkinson's, like this. Not making fun of it. I'm saying,
right.
Like, I was like the paper was shaking so much that I would lose where I was and try to like find it. Ashley, I absolutely understand that I'm still like that. It's a lot easier to have a monopod in front of me with a camera facing that way and being entertaining because the camera's not on me. I don't have 1,000 people in front of me. But my goodness, if you took all my subscribers and threw them in an arena and I had to speak in front of them, I'd probably be like, what the hell am I doing?
I think we would probably all fold. I ain't gonna lie.
I might fall down. I might just go out like Bruce Smith. You know, when
passed
Bruce Smith
out.
like passed out, you know, and did one of those. Like that might be me. So don't let it fool you, people. But honestly, it is all of you that bring that out of me, as well as the subscribers. And I love when people come up to me. I enjoy it. I bring them in, even though most of the time they don't want to be brought in. They're just trying to say hello. I'm like, come on, you're in this video now. Come sit down.
Yeah.
Let's have a good time. You know what I mean? So I feed off that, and that's what gives me that confidence build in order to keep this going. Hey, Slots fans. I want to take this quick moment to remind you guys about SlotsFan.com, the only website that is dedicated to people who love watching slots. There are over 250 streamers ranked amongst the community, in-depth biographies, interviews, big win stories, casino reviews, and more. So guys, make sure you are going and checking out SlotsFan.com. Click the link in the description below. Bookmark the site because there is new content coming out every single day. Thanks again, Slots fans. We skipped over this, but everybody can obviously put this together. Where are you guys located?
So we technically live in a little town called Weatherford. It's on the west side of Dallas-Fort Worth area. In Texas, yeah. But we do go to the casinos a lot on the Oklahoma border.
Yep. Oh yeah, those are some great casinos, aren't they? You guys are talking about Choctaw and WinStar, which are two places that have absolutely, blew my mind. If I did not have a channel, I would not know that these two places even existed. And it's to a point where I have friends that want to go to these places. Because of the Southern hospitality, people are just sweethearts down there. Look at you too, and it's massive. WinStar, nobody realizes massive.
The world's largest casino, period.
Yes. Nobody realizes how massive that place WinStar.
No.
You don't come to WinStar with heels. You come to WinStar with nice, comfy shoes to walk in, sneakers, something.
That's right. The square footage of that place alone is remarkable. I remember when I first pulled up to it, I videoed it. And then, I'm like, oh my God, look at the size of this place. And then I came around the wraparound
corner.
There's more.
For another month and a half, I couldn't believe it. Was like pulling into Disneyland. It has its own friggin' police station. Let's think about how big of a place this has to be. Yeah. And I've had some good times down there with you guys. And I always say to everybody, what are your biggest wins? What are some, whatever it is. But John, you got to tell the story of when we were together at Choctaw. Let's hear it, babe. Let's hear it.
Well, I mean, we had so much fun hanging out. We got to go to the reserve bar and just go have some drinks. We sat back. We killed it. We just had a good chit chat and talk. But then sadly, you had to leave.
I did. I had to go to WinStar because I was staying there. I'd come to Choctaw for a night, and then I would drive, I say all the way, an hour to WinStar and then stay there for another night, So we're playing. We played. I stayed there, so we were together the night before, like you said, we were drinking.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure we met up with a couple creators too while we were down there, weren't we? It wasn't a big thing, but weren't there a couple people there when I came down?
I think there were a few people there.
Came by and said hi and chatted for a little bit, and then they went on and gambled because
Yeah.
It's right there. Yeah.
I remember sticking with you guys, and we all went to sleep or whatever it was. And then the next morning had come, and I believe I was leaving in the afternoon. So we had the morning together and all that. John and I were gambling.
Oh yeah. We went down to the high limit room, and you were watching me play that Neptune's Gold.
That's right. Oh, that was awesome.
That was crazy, right?
I wasn't even thinking of it until you said it. Yes, that goal was nuts. And I'm like, I got, excuse me, I have an hour left here, and at that point, I was like, okay, still have a day here. You don't have a lot of money left, idiot, because of my decisions and choices on the red screens. And I ended up just sitting next to you, just supporting you and watching you. And right when I was leaving, was it Dancing Drums? Is that correct?
Dancing Drums Explosion. After you just left, not even.
You were on the way to WinStar.
Not true, Ashley. I just got to the car, Sat down, plugged in all my chargers, all this stuff. I left Johnny because he was playing the dancing drums, and boom, a picture comes in.
Oh, that's what
like,
it was.
I was like, what the? I said, I should have left sooner so you could have made more money. I was obviously the jinx and the mush.
Whatever, man. Whatever.
Great stuff. Dude, great stuff. How many grands have you had? What is your biggest win, actually? Let's jump right into that.
Now, are we talking like casino, like actual slot machine?
Like a jackpot?
Like a jackpot or a drawing?
Sounds like we got two stories for the people today, John, because that wasn't part. Let's hear them both. Both.
So what do you want to hear first?
Ooh, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. All right, let's go with, tell the one that's less first, and then we'll go into the biggest.
Okay.
Out of the two. Let's hear it.
Okay, so my biggest slot machine win was $32,500.
Nice.
On Mr. Moneybags.
Oh, I love Mr. Moneybags. You know that.
So that weekend it was after
Slipknot.
It was after the Slipknot concert. We went and saw Slipknot, In This Moment, and Wage War, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So those three bands, they had it at Choctaw. So we were like ecstatic. We were watching them. We get out of the concert. We go down to the game.
We were pumped.
Yeah, we were.
It was a good time.
So we just started playing, and then I would hit jackpot.
And when he is ahead, the first thing he'll do is go to the high limit room and play Mr. Moneybags, $100 Mr. Moneybags, and either it's $100 to $300 a bet.
So I was stair-stepping the bets. I'd play a little bit of the 100, go to the 200 for a little bit. I was getting a couple of jackpots. And then towards the end, I had I think it was like $700 or $800 in it. I said, screw it. Max bet, red screen. After the two red screens, then the big boy hit. Yes. It was 2-bar, money bag.
Oh, beautiful.
32,500. That weekend was my biggest haul I've ever had in my life. I think I had 34 hand pays that weekend.
34. I heard that they renamed the Mr. Moneybags machine because of you. You're Mr. Moneybags now because of what you did that time.
That's what I've heard. I don't believe it, but yeah, it was a lot of fun that week, and that was just a stupid fun weekend. But
fantastic. That is great. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen, we still did not get into the drawing win yet. If you thought that story was good, hit him, John.
All right, so this was July 24th, the night of July the 24th. My birthday and Jackpot Joe's birthday. Me and Jackpot Joe, we're great friends. We hang out all the time. Typically, for our birthdays, we hang out because he's got the same birthday as I do. We're both July 25th. So we were playing Saturday night, July 24th, and it just crested over midnight to 1 o'clock in the morning of July the 25th. So Saturday nights, they have these drawings where I think it's $10,000 an hour until 1 o'clock in the morning. Then they draw the grand prize. So I happened to hear my name come across the intercom at 1 a.m. I'm like, oh, cool.
We didn't know what time it was, though. We had been gambling, whatever. We're just in our own little world.
And we're just having a good time. I just ran out of money for the night. And I was like, all right, well, I guess I'm done. Started watching some other bonus. Somebody was getting a bonus on Endless Fortunes. And I just hear my name getting called. I'm like, hey, my name's getting called. So I turn around. I'm running towards the booth. She sees me running across the casino. And she's trying to get out of the...
Because I heard the name. And I'm like, oh. And then I just look over and he's just...
I'm running because I'm like, I won something. I've never won at Choctaw like that. So I get up to the booth and I give him my license. He checks me out. He's like, all right, cool. We're going to go back over here and get you processed. I was like, cool, great. So we start walking around. She catches up with me. And I was like, hey, so how much was the drawing? Like, what did I win? He goes, 100,000, and just starts walking up. I'm like,
wait.
I'm stuck dead in my tracks. I'm like, did you say 100,000?
Yeah. Did I hear that correctly? You know, like, are you sure? Yeah, I would do the same thing. Absolutely.
And like, and he's like, yeah, you won 100,000. You won the grand drawing for the night. I was like, oh my God. Like, and she's just like speechless. Like, we were both speechless. It was just insane. And then they take us to the back. They get us counted out, and they stack this huge block of freaking hundreds. Awesome. And I'm like, no, I'm not taking that. I need a check.
No shot. Yeah, we're gonna take that because we know where this is gonna go, right?
Exactly.
Like, yeah. No. It's not even the fact of being safe or being in danger. Our minds work differently. It's you cannot give me access to this much money while I'm in a casino. There's a high limit room right there. Are you crazy? And you already were renamed Mr. Moneybags at this point. So by that point, who knows? You might have bankrupted. Choctaw might not have existed if they gave you 100,000 to run with, right? It would have been red screens all over the place.
Oh, absolutely. But man, yeah, that was stupid crazy.
Stupid crazy. That's a great way to put it. That is. Oh man, that is awesome. Like in that moment, right? I want to be in that moment with you. And you got to do that with Jackpot Joe. Hopefully you didn't give him any of that money because he doesn't deserve it anyway. But it's always great to share with people too. Like I have never, when I tell you, I've been in a casino since I was underage. Don't care about what casino is going to get in trouble for that. Figure it out, Atlantic City. I looked like this at 19. It was very easy to walk.
Very persuasive.
Wasn't hard, and I had a full head of hair at that point, by the way, too.
Oh,
and nobody saw that picture yet. Maybe we'll show it. Maybe we'll it.
I haven't seen that picture. I'd love to see that.
Yeah,
all right, fine. Let's feed the people. Why not? Only a couple people have seen this photo, and when they look at it, they're like, "That's you?" And I go, "Yeah, it's me." All right, relax. Yes, I know you're used to just a shiny bald head, and now you see somebody with hair. But I didn't have a beard either, so.
So it just flip flopped.
Yeah, just a little flip-flop. That's what happened. Hey, listen, I'm very thankful that I can grow a nice beard because I'm around a lot of people that can't. So I'm like, let's take it and run with it. We lost it here, and it went down there. And it's a good tactic to use against my kids because when they were younger, they would say, Dad, where's all your hair? I said, I didn't listen to my mom and dad when I was younger. So what happened, this punishment is all my hair went to right here, and now I have to wear it on my face forever. It worked. It worked for a while until my kids got it.
Right.
I don't know where this picture is conveniently, so it looks like the world has been robbed of what I had planned here. But
no,
that's all right. I found it. You know what? I hope I turn this around and you can't see it. You know, like that'll really be. Nah, you can't really. Don't worry, you'll get a taste of this. You'll get a taste of that in person. There you go. Hold on.
Wow.
There it is. Look
at
that
facial hair. Got the hair.
Johnny Depp, they called me. Johnny Depp. They didn't call me that. I promise. Here's one, John. Hold on. See, now you got me. Now you got me looking in my phone at like memories from 2000. I might start crying here. Oh man! Oh, look at that! Look at that! That's Barry Sanders. Me and Barry Sanders.
Oh wow!
That's cool.
Me and Barry Sanders.
That's a legend.
This is the last one I'm showing, and then we're back into Cassanova. So this is me and Roger Goodell. And
oh, wow.
I said to him, I said, you know why I'm thankful for tonight? I said, because I'm dressed better than the NFL commissioner. I said, can you take a picture? Remember, at that point, nobody liked him. I didn't like him either. I thought he was a piece of garbage. Shout out to Roger Goodell. I thought that he picked on the Tom Brady stuff too much just because he was good at what he did. I didn't like how they went at the New England Patriots. I really respect it. I'm a Niners fan. The New England Patriots don't affect me. They never did. I'm a fan of the game and Tom Brady. All right. Anyways, back to Cassanova. What the hell are we doing here? Back to Cassanova Slots. So this is what happens with me, right? And this is where the ADD and focus is. And this stuff happens in person. It's even funnier, to start talking about one thing and then all of a sudden I end up on Jupiter talking about something else. That's my problem. SlotsFan can deal with that on their own time. Back to Cassanova Slots and that amazing wins and all that stuff that we were talking about. Back to being a creator. And I obviously ask everybody this, and it seems to there seems to be a trend when it comes to pros and cons. We all have mostly the same things to say, but I always like to hear if there is a different approach on it. What are some of the cons that you have dealt with since having a channel for 6 years?
Oh, it's expensive. I think everyone knows, like, obviously this is not a money maker unless you have hundreds of thousands. And
that's why I said we're that 98%. We are that 98%, just like every basically every creator that I've had on here. We're not making money off this. We're playing slot machines
it's for fun. And
it's for fun.
We've always said that we will keep doing this if it's fun. If it's not fun, we're gonna stop.
Enjoy it, right? Enjoy the audience. Enjoy the people that will recognize you. Enjoy the creators. One of the best things that has come across my plate here, outside of the subscribers and followers and people that absolutely love me, are the creators that I would have never, including you, never. If I ever came to Texas, I would walk past you at the Buc-ee's in Melissa, which I don't think people realize how big that place is. I've talked about it before. I can spend hours there. By the way, Reiko and I were talking about this, and I'm like, if I come down there with a crew, like, we're going there. Like, there's no
100%. You'd be stupid if you didn't.
We go. It's just part of our
ritual.
Thank you. It's like part of a ritual. Anytime we're going somewhere, we're stopping at Buc-ee's.
Because we go, like, if we go to WinStar, guess what? There's a Buc-e's off of 35.
Choctaw, there's a Buc-e's right there.
75. So
stop at Buc-e's. Nobody realizes.
You have to.
Beaver buckets, the barbecue,
Buc-ee's is so big over here on the East Coast too. They have them.
Really?
No, Beth, you got to leave Jersey by like 500 miles. But as you get down there towards South Carolina, Florida, like, there's a sign up here for Buc-ee's, and it's a U-turn like this, and it says 581 miles with the Buc-ee's face on it. That's how, like, people probably see that sign and go, "What the hell is that?" Me, I know. Oh, I know what that means. Don't tempt me to drive 581 miles down I'll go back to the Chevy dealership. I'll go grab that Corvette, and we're going to get there a lot quicker than you think. Nobody realizes it. We're spoiled here, though. We have, the most incredible food that I can ever. It's very hard to leave New Jersey because of the incredible food that I do have here, but people have no idea what they are missing when it comes to Southern, hospitality, food, Buc-ee's. It is unbelievable. I almost didn't make it to Choctaw or WinStar because I'm talking to Reiko and I go, where should I stop? Get some sandwiches and whatnot. I went in there and ate, and then I couldn't feel myself after. I was sitting outside in jeans, 98-degree weather, like that.
Good Lord, dude.
It's so good. We went out there for a bachelor party and we ordered a catering barbecue service. Do you think anybody's doing anything after that? No. The answer is no. You can't. The only thing you can do is lay down. Just lay down. Call it a night. Call it a night. Lay down. It's so incredible. You guys have it good down there. All right.
So you asked about cons.
Yes.
There's really not, besides the fact that it's more expensive, but like, there's really not anything bad. I love the editing part of it. I love being creative. I'm pretty like right-brained, like black and white. So my creative juices only come out when I'm editing or something. And so that's like the one time I get to use it. And it's fun. I really enjoy the editing part. I enjoy, obviously, going to the casino. I enjoy meeting people when we're there.
100%.
Talking to people. Because the thing is, like, in our regular lives, people don't understand the gambling part. Like, people don't understand that this is what we enjoy doing. They're like, well, what hobbies do you have? Well, I enjoy going to the casino, and people like at my job or whatever, they don't quite get that.
Of course.
So when you go to the casino, you have like-minded people who enjoy doing the same thing.
Yes.
And so I love doing that, but I just don't, besides that, I just don't think there's any bad.
Oh, no, there's one big con.
Hear it.
There's a huge con, and I guarantee it's across the whole United States of all the slot creators and everything, is we can't all go hang out every weekend.
Well said, John. Not even looking at that as a con. Never heard that one before. I completely agree with you. I wish I was meeting up with you guys once a week. I wish I was meeting together, right, instead of once a year. And speaking of once a year, you guys just went to the whole Christmas Potawatomi thing that I was at with you guys last year. Thanks, Joe, for setting that up when you did, you bastard. But no, like, but I should have known, that it was going to be around that time. I mean, a blast, like a camaraderie of, oh my God, I haven't seen you in so long.
Yes.
It's like a family reunion. That's the
Yes.
best
100%
to put it, and some of the best family of all time, because your family is family, bloodlines, everybody's the same in some sense, some of the word. I'm coming to Wisconsin and I'm sitting with people from Texas, from Chicago, from New Jersey, from Florida, it's awesome. We all get together and we are all like-minded. We all have our compatibility. And the one thing is that casino trait, Ashley, like you were saying, I go out into the world here. You think when I'm coaching a bunch of kids and all their parents, oh, what do you do? Oh yeah, I go to the casino, I find myself playing slot machines. And they're like, what? I'm like,
Yeah.
Oh, you go to the casino? Like there's people that don't even go. And I'm like, how the fuck don't you go to the casino? Like, are you nuts? We have Atlantic City. It's not like
That's true.
It's not one, like how the hell you live in New Jersey and been to the casino? What the hell's the matter with you? Not realizing, we are a different demographic of people that decide to take their hard-earned money and go try to parlay it into $100,000 drawing. 500 on money bags at 300 a whop, you sick, and that brings us together in a big way that people don't realize, because Ashley, John, and you could tell, you're not going into work telling people how much you lost or how much, because of the judgmental side of people. They'll be like, ooh, that's what you do. You do that? Yeah. So it's like you feel even more loved. You feel more trust in being with those people that are the same. We're not all random. It's not like we're a bunch of random people at the bar in the casino. We all know each other. We all do the same thing. Mm-hmm. And, we are opening this book of the underworld. It's like an underworld, the gambling underworld of us, of going on 4 or 5 hours of sleep and pulling a 17-hour shift in the casino like it's nothing, because the time flies, and you're
it's what you do.
Points to Ashley. Oh my God, that's
there is a story along with that one, so we'll have to talk about that one later.
Hit it. Can we talk about it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's talk about it.
Tell him about whenever you took our friend Bo.
Oh, please. Oh my gosh. Okay,
let's hear about Bo.
We're talking, how we're talking about like our regular life.
Yeah.
So we have a friend, Bo, and me and Bo, this was his friend before we met, and we didn't really see eye to eye when we first met. So Bo thought it would be just a swell idea to take me to the casino to get me to like him.
He wanted to get to know her better and get on a better page. So I had to work that night, and he offered to take her to the casino. So
you don't have to tell me twice. So I'm there. He drove. So we went up there, and it was on a Sunday night, and we were just having a good old time. And then he started not doing so well, and just kind of hanging out, but I was like killing it out WinStar. I was hitting bonus after bonus, and I just kept winning. And then it was about 5 o'clock in the morning.
And he's a night guy.
And it's like his schedule is a little different. And so
she's not.
Like I had been up since Sunday morning till Monday morning about 5 o'clock. And he's like, all right, Ash, it's time to go. It's time to go. And so anytime we're in like a group setting, Bo always has to tell the story of like Ashley was a jerk. She didn't let us go.
just one more 100.
But he was so nice about it too. He wasn't like, oh my God, let's just leave. He was super nice, super patient about it. But by 5 o'clock, he was like, all right, I'm leaving. Get in the car.
Oh, we're just getting started, pal.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? We're just we watch the sunrise sometimes over here, and we roll right into breakfast and lunch, pal. You better, strap on, my friend.
I'll sleep after breakfast. And then, but like on the way home, the sun was starting to, rise or whatever, and I started to try to take a nap. He goes,
Oh, he got you back, huh? He got you back on the other end.
No, you are staying up with me.
Karate chop. Stay awake. What the hell's the matter with you? You kept me here until 5 a.m. What's the matter with you?
And that's fair. It's fair.
But we can all, again, we go back to that underworld of compatibility of all the creators. We can all share that story. How many of us stayed up till 5 a.m. running from, staying up 22 hours to 27 hours straight?
Yeah.
Tim and I did it in friggin' Vegas. I remember being in it. And I can, first of all, how the hell can you sleep, right? And because another thing people don't understand, like you're on the casino floor for however long it is, all these lights and majors, especially if you're hitting, right? Majors and this and that. You know how hard it is to go to sleep? Knowing that
You can't.
a 35-second walk will bring you down to, your world in so much. Like, I love standing back in a casino looking at it, and just looking at all the machines going, this is my domain. You know what I mean? I've learned to hate it after all the money I've lost. But I mean, like when I did enjoy it to a full amount, it's you go out to Vegas. I'm 3 hours behind as it is, which makes it absolutely impossible. And we have itineraries for this event and all this stuff. And it's like, we're ending the night at 2:00 Vegas time, 5:00 here, which is the same thing. And then I'm waking up at 4:30, 5 o'clock going, all right, I guess I'll get up.
Yeah.
I'll get up. And then doing it all
over.
All over again. We're doing it again. And, that goes with the content creation too. I don't stop. I love it.
You don't.
Thank you, Ashley.
You go like constantly. You're part of a lot when you're there.
Mm-hmm. Always. I love it. I do to an extent. Like even when I'm tired, like I could be tired at home at 2:00 and I can't move. I'm tired in the casino. Like this is work. It's something I love doing. I mean, in a sense, I love doing. I don't love losing my money, but I love creating content, especially with people. And going back to the editing thing, like you said, Ashley, when I'm by myself, it sucks now. By the way, too, I hate being by myself. It's very hard to stay entertaining when I'm just talking for 15 minutes straight. It's why I love having somebody with me, Jerry, Mike, Dijon, whoever it may be, you guys, Tim. Like I need that. And going back to edit it is so much fun because it brings me back to the trip that we just had together, which I hate leaving. So I get to relive it again through the editing process, and I love every single minute of it. Big pro when it comes to a creator in that sense. Listening to myself talk, miserable. I can't stand it. I walk away from the computer. I stop listening to myself. But like hearing when you're with people, John, like I remember when we were in Vegas at the Cosmo, we were waiting for FNS to show up. It was early in the morning. You were sitting next to me, and we were playing that bonus times machine. Remember when I hit those 5X? I was rocking that machine. Remember that? Like going back and listening to that video and hearing you there with me, not something I get to do all the time. So it was enjoyable. I didn't want the video to end, and my audience absolutely loves that too, because they know I don't bring, a bunch of a-holes with me besides Jerry and all the creators.
Shout out to Jerry.
Jerry's not going to watch this, right? But when I get the clip of it and I send it into the group chats. There you
go.
Love you, Jerry.
We're talking about me.
Love you. Wait, you guys met Jerry, right? At SlotsCon?
Did we know?
I think we did.
Yeah,
I think
okay.
we did.
Did.
There were a couple.
You didn't get a full taste of them, but next time you will. But yes, I was, again, at SlotsCon. Oh my God. Let me erase. What is one of your, outside of the drawing, outside of obviously the biggest win, that's hard not to be one of your favorite, trips to the casino. What has been one of your most memorable moments as a creator? Like at a event at a Potawatomi, SlotsCon, like something like that, or maybe just a meetup where there was 10 creators there. You happen to be there. Talk to me. I want to hear that. Drop some names.
Me, honestly, it's honestly a tie. So when we kind of first started keep doing this a few years ago, there was we called it the Oklahoma crew, and it was like GC Slots, rest in peace, T-Town Gambler, MJ, Lucky Lynn's. There were just so many that were coming from Arkansas and Oklahoma and Texas and Tiff and Rose. And we would all just meet up at Choctaw for the entire weekend. And that was just some of the best times I think I've ever had. It was just, we would just hang out, and it wasn't all just, casinos. We would sit there. I remember me and T-Town, we would both just sit here, we'd be like drinking, and we just be like face to face and just having these deep conversations.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just like right in front, like nothing else was going on, and just such good time. So cross between that, because we always enjoy doing that. And then probably honestly, Potawatomi is a great time, but like the one last year, the one that you were at, that was one of the best times I've ever had.
Oh, that's good to hear. That was again, another moment. I hated getting on the plane to go home. Like it was very, very like depressing to leave that moment, not because it was the casino, not because we were gambling. I got my ass kicked anyway there, but it was because of you guys. It was because of the camaraderie. It was because of the dinners, like you said, Ashley, it didn't even have to be the gambling. I don't even remember what machines I played, what I played on, what I hit, I remember the dinner. I remember hanging out with you guys on a personal level. Me and Joe. Oh my God, the smoking section is still one of the best stories with Rhino.
This room.
Oh, were you there when we went to the smoking section?
No, it was that time. Y'all were outside smoking.
Yeah.
And that's whenever that lady went crazy on y'all.
Right.
You were there for that moment?
I wasn't there for that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you, Rhino Man, and
oh my God, that was...
I can't even get into it. And Rhino Man is the best storyteller on that.
100%.
Rhino Man was with me every time a moment went down, and I said to him this: "I'm very happy you're with me." Because when I go to I don't have a bunch of friends that go to the casino every weekend, they go once every 6 months or whatever. I tell people these stories and they think I'm over-exaggerating. I am an over-exaggerator and an over-dramatic person to make something a little bit more funny. But this time, everything I said was an understatement. This went bananas. And you know what? We're going to save that because I will have Rhino Man on here. However,
perfect.
Most of it's going to be bleeped out. This lady told me to F myself more times than any comedian I've ever watched. And I'm talking Richard Pryor, George Carlin, Eddie Murphy. This woman told me, and I had to say,
you didn't do a damn thing.
My business. These people don't believe it because usually I'm by myself. I go grab a cigarette and I come back and I see everybody. Rhino Man happened. Somebody else was with us too. Who was it? Joe? Might have been Joe.
It was Joe.
Yeah, it was Joe. And then we go from there, go back into the casino. Then we go to the smoking. I forgot what room. Solstice room. Thank you. And things got even worse. Different people. Guy asked me for a cigarette. I'm like, yeah, here you go. Thinking that's the end of this combo, right? Here you go, man. No. Thank you. I'll give you money. No. I don't want money.
I was there for that one.
And that's what I was talking about. 42 billion. Ukraine. What are we doing? And I'm like, buddy, don't start this with me. I'm the wrong. You don't want to hear my opinions. I offend people when I walk through a place and not say a word somehow. I don't know how I do it, but I'm telling you, okay, the next time we're together, we're going to focus on this, right?
Yes.
You just stick with me. We're going to say it. We're just going to walk. You watch me walk from one end to another end. Somehow I piss off about 10 people. I don't know if it's the way I dress, the way I look. I don't know what it is. Do I not look like a... Sometimes I have a miserable face on, but do people walk around like this all the time? How you doing? Hey, how you doing? I'm down fucking 3K right now. You want me to walk around with a smile on my face? But it's not like I go staring at people. I just happen to, and I look and like somebody's staring at me with like a dirty look. Like I'm sorry. Like I didn't mean to offend you. I get scared.
I think you probably looked at their machine and you were looking at it in a very degen way, and they didn't like that very much.
Maybe that's what it is, or maybe they watch and they just don't like me as a channel. There's that.
I doubt that, sir.
Oh, don't. You hold your tongue. You hold your tongue there. There's no medium. You either love me or you hate me.
So I actually got a friend of mine from work who actually watches you now all the time.
You tell that friend. Big shout out to them. Can you tell them I appreciate them?
Tom Marquette.
Tom, we dropped the whole number. You have a social security number too. Let's drop that. His address.
The entire name.
I'm just kidding.
Man,
shout out.
He loves watching your stuff. He does.
Shout out to you, Tom. So that means Tom's got a sick, twisted mind too. That means.
Yeah, absolutely.
Beautiful. Those are the people I want. Listen, nobody changed the world being normal, right?
Nope.
So let's go. Okay. But so Potawatomi. We'll go into a rant of Potawatomi because the people don't understand. And again, it's not like we were out there promoting. We wanted to have a good time. It was just us getting together. We did do some lives and we posted some videos and stuff, but we didn't promote it like it should be promoted, and we just want to have fun. So you just got back from this again. I wasn't there. Tell us all about it. Tell us how Potawatomi went, who was there, drop some names. Tell me about all the fun that you guys had. Talk to me.
It was just so much fun. I mean, I'm trying to think. So Thursday night we got in. And I think it was Thursday night. Did we have the dinner on Thursday?
Kind of a blur. Yes, I think it was.
Thursday night was the dinner.
I mean, there are just so many people. BD Slots, Ron Gambles, obviously Joe. I mean, Gamblers
Juicy.
Unknown, Mag. Avalon showed up a day later, and there was just it's kind of a blur. Real Chips and Real, who killed it. Oh my gosh!
Give or take. How many channels were there, give or take?
I want to say at
20?
least
25?
I think it was pushing 30.
Maybe.
I mean, there were big channels, there were smaller channels, there were medium channels. I mean, there were just channels of all sizes.
Yeah, and it
was just an absolute hit. I mean, Joe
it was
actually
nonstop.
Yeah,
nonstop. You put a bunch of DGens in one space, and
you tell him.
As you're saying, it's just nonstop.
But like Joe actually got a limousine, like Mercedes van or whatever limousine thing. So he got that for us. We all piled in. We went down to Chicago and got to go check out some stuff. We went down to.
We ran out of time though, so it was really just down to Chicago.
We got to eat some
pizza.
Yeah.
And then back.
What's that?
Giordano's.
Yeah.
Hang on a second. So did you guys fly into Milwaukee, Wisconsin? Okay, and then you went into Chicago. I went the other way last time I was there. I flew into Chicago, and Joe drove me into Wisconsin. We went together, but he fed me first. He knows what he does. He knows what to do.
That's right. You had Giordano's, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
That is some freaking amazing
I
pizza.
did, my friend.
Oh my God.
So, I mean, granted, the deep dish stuff is the Chicago. But you see how good the food is? John, Ashley, that's every corner around here. That's how good oh my God, the pizza. So now everybody's in a war with each other too, because they want Dave Portnoy to come check out their restaurant. So I am getting the absolute best pizza I've ever had because everybody's competing now. Who's got the best pizza? It's always been good since it's hard to find a bad pizza around here, put it that way, or bad Italian food around.
I'm okay with that.
It's very hard to find that. So to fly halfway across the country and to eat like I was home, and even better in a sense with the lasagna pizza. What are we doing here? He got 3 different kinds. BD was there. Things were getting crazy before I even left the state to go to this Potawatomi thing. So Joe did it right. I didn't get a limo because I guess I'm not good enough, Joe, but that's okay. We're not going to judge him for that. Keep I got him. I love Joe so much. Potawatomi, that's exactly what this is all about. We've rolled into this. How many times actually have we been touching base on this for 48 minutes? That's exactly what this is about. You guys don't have to go. We have to set up an itinerary. You're going live at this time. We're going to go live, and then we're gonna. It's as much as it is a business thing. We have way more fun than business. Do we suffer from it? Yeah, but guess what? I don't care, and I would not trade it for anything on this planet. If you told me that we're going to go to WinStar, this is going to be a non-recording trip, we're going for 3 days, you would not get an argument out of me. I would do everything in my power to set myself up months before so I can come down and enjoy myself for 3 days because it's you guys and our crew and whatever it may be. All of that stuff is just secondary. With all that recording, all that stuff is just secondary. And it wasn't Pato. As much as I'm working, I had way more fun hanging out with Windy City Frenzy and Joe and you guys and Avalon and this slots and that slot. There was 15 channels there, I think, when I went. It sounds like you guys doubled the numbers.
Yeah,
so
I think they doubled.
Yeah. Think about next year. You know what I mean? And next year I'll make sure that I, maybe Joe will have a little bit more conversation with me and say, hey, make sure you don't plan.
Yeah. Please. And I agree with you because like we try not to do an itinerary just because I don't want that pressure. But like, you know, when we went to Vegas a couple years ago, there was an itinerary because, you know, we had things to do with this. We were meeting up to dinner for here. We had reservations here, and that, you know, obviously it is what it is, but my absolute favorite in like at Potawatomi is because there is no itinerary. There's nothing that we absolutely have to do, you know, like if we want to go here, we can do that here. There's no pressure.
Yeah.
And I love that. And it's just for fun. I mean, yeah, it's a job, but I'm having fun doing this.
Toss out the itineraries. I think itineraries are absolute bullshit. And, you know, I get that we do have to have a business sense on it, but like we're in a casino, you know, I don't have to have an itinerary. I mean, unless you're working for a slot manufacturer or unless it's like a Sloticon sort of thing. But even with Sloticon, right? Like as many memorable things that happened, I loved everybody coming up to the suite, BSing, drinking, smoking, whatever we're doing, talking about the past year of our lives, catching up or whatever it is. That you couldn't put on an itinerary if you tried, you know, and those are the moments that stick with you. And those are the moments that are memorable. And that's what, you know, the huge positive is of being a creator in this space is making lifelong friends that I would have never crossed paths with, lifelong friends that I'm actually closer with than people I grew up with. You guys know more about my personal life than most of these people that I interact with on a daily basis do. And I'm perfectly fine with that. You know what I mean? And it's such a positive. We could get all emotional if we want, but we won't here. I have been recently ending with this. What is one thing, and it could be both of you. It could be single to you, Ashley, single to you, John. We can get two out of it. What is one thing that you have not shared with your audience or any creators, anything of that sort that you can share with me today for the people?
You go first.
Me? You want me to go first or Ashley?
Ladies first.
No, I'm out. Don't ask me my demons. I got a whole closet full of them. You trust me. We don't want to touch into that. This will be cracked all over the place. It'll get copyrights, offensive.
Oh my gosh.
I offended 20 people today, most likely. We're gonna throw that out.
Just existing, yeah.
Just my smile.
And that's a really hard question, just because I mean we're kind of open about stuff, so there's not a whole lot. And I guess to us, I guess something that people in this world that don't know about me is I've worked at the same bank for 17 years. And I'll probably be there for another 25.
At this bank, if I came by this bank, you think we could, you could hook me up with some funds so I could spend more and play Mr. Moneybags at WinStar?
Oh, sure. Not go real well. Again,
like I said, you don't think it, but you have no idea how much you just related to your audience who works at a bank, who's been, wow, I can't believe that's what she does. And she's been, John, hit us, John. We want secrets.
I don't know if this is going to be much of a secret, but if I'm not at the casino and I'm not at home, because I'm big time homebody. I love being at home.
Me too.
I love roller skating.
Ah, look at that, dude. Great share. Why would you think that's not good? That's an awesome share, man. That is an awesome share. So you love, dude. You want to see me get on that? Both my ankles and my ACLs will snap in half. So I'm serious. And I used to like rollerblade. Like I remember rollerblading stuff. Forget about it. Roller skates done. I haven't done it in 30 years. I'll fall flat on my face, but I would love to do that with you. Just to like have some fun. I'm gonna see you do like a triple sow cow though, like if we're doing some roller skating and stuff. Dude, that's a great share. I'm trying to picture you roller skating. Do you do that still? Like you go? Like,
I still got it. I didn't lose it.
Yeah, believe it or not, you can. Yeah.
I love that share, man. So wait a minute. Your audience and like creators. I mean, I'm sure, like you said, Ashley, you're sitting here having drinks through 2 a.m. You know, things get said. This is something you've never shared with like the audience or anything?
I don't think I really have.
Man, that's a great share, man. That is That's a great share. That is an awesome share. So you like roller skating and you're still at least trying to when you can, you know what I mean, get out there and roller skate. That's amazing.
If we're not in a casino on his days off, chances are he's skating.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome, man. Did you ever do any hockey or anything like that? Is that
what they have a thing called European hockey, which is it's because I don't rollerblade, I roller skate, so it's totally different. There's
totally
a difference between the two.
Yes.
So with the rollerblading, you do regular hockey. With quads, you do. It's called European hockey. It's supposed to be like a smaller stick. I did it for a little bit with the friends, and then I did a little bit of roller derby there for a little bit, and then kind of. I got freaking dropped. This was back whenever I was a lot scrawnier
and he smoked.
And I smoked, and it was killing me.
Bad. You saw the people in the Solstice Lounge. Why would you do that?
Exactly. So just I had to get out of the whole roller derby thing. But I actually had fun till that girl dropped me, and then
a girl dropped them. That's great. The story got better.
But she was big bone girl. She dropped me good. And it kind of messed me up.
Tiny.
Yeah, I was tiny. I was maybe 175, soaking wet. Yeah, I'm twice the man I am now.
Hey, you're twice the man you are now. Think about that. Think about that, Ashley. How lucky are you?
Oh, I'm so blessed.
And this is why I love you guys, right? Is that too? You two going at each other and stuff like that. That makes you that much more lovable too to your audience. I have nobody. I got nobody with me when I got to Connect 4 by me. Like that's, so I'm either by myself or I'm with a bunch of degenerates. That's when it's fun. But you two will always have each other, with the creation and stuff like that. That's big. That's big because another thing people don't realize, there's not a lot of married couples and, couples doing this. It's usually a singular act. I feel like I can count on my fingers how many husbands and wives there are, or like a tag team like Eddie and Reiko. Like that's why I appreciate you guys so much. That's why I look up to you guys in that sense. Like you always have each other there, to get, even if you break away, all right, I'm going to sleep, you're staying. You were together for 90% of that time. It makes it that much better to share this portion of your life with somebody. So that is awesome. Listen, incredible creator insight as usual. You guys keep the fun in it, you keep the love in it, and that's what makes it awesome. Like you obviously know you are loved throughout this community. If you weren't, you wouldn't have been at Potawatomi 2 years in a row. You wouldn't be at SlotsCon. You wouldn't be, have this outreach so much. When I've never heard a bad word about you guys, I've never heard anybody say anything bad. When I bring up your name and I say Cassanova Slots, somebody's face lights up and goes, "Oh my God, I love John and Ashley. Oh my God, they're the best." I've never heard a terrible word ever, like even in like a little bit negative, like you do, like when you say Jackpot Joe, and then they just kidding. That's how much you guys are loved. Listen, we are all going to celebrate 10,000 subscribers with you. I hope by some chance we drop this video and this interview and you hit it at the same time.
That'd be great.
That would be really, really awesome. I will push this out as much as I can to make that happen. I love you guys. Thank you very much for joining me and giving me your time, especially on short notice, John. I was just on the phone with you yesterday, just, hey, you know what I mean? And here we are the next morning, rocking and rolling. And this is how SlotsFan goes into the new year with both of your beautiful faces, Gladiator, Game of Thrones there. It's incredible. And it's a football Sunday, by the way, when we did this.
Yes.
So, we're rolling right into football, but I'll be doing interviews and watching on my phone like this and not paying attention to who I'm interviewing, yelling in my head on what's going on in fantasy world and the betting world.
Same.
But, yeah, it's football. Actually, it's been football all week. I read football last night. Football. This is great.
College,
Why can't they do this? Why can't they do this for 18 weeks out of the year? Give me a game every night. Why wouldn't you do that? I don't care who plays. Jacksonville versus Cleveland. I'm watching it. Start to finish. I'm watching it. You know what I mean? Give me some college football. Sprinkle it on in there. All right. We're getting off topic.
Yeah, soak it in now because it's almost over.
Please don't. Please.
Sorry.
Why did we do that, Ashley? Why would you? We were such a positive thing. Now I'm going to think about how it's over in a month. I don't watch any other sports. I don't do anything else myself. I only have football.
Just football?
I'm gonna cry. Yeah, I coach everything, but
I'll be your friend Roger Goodell then. And
no, I don't like him. Hey, there's the head coaching job for the Jets. I think is going to be available soon. Maybe I'll apply for that. It's only 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Imagine me as a coach. We didn't dive. Maybe you know what? We'll get them to do an interview with me, and we can dive the world.
Interview to be interviewed.
You know what? I'll stop this recording, and then you guys can interview me, and we'll go into another hour. You got another hour in you? They don't want that. They don't want that. All I do is give SlotsFan a bad name. You don't want to see me hear the stuff I say to a bunch of 9-year-olds. That I shouldn't say. Thank God nobody films like when I'm coaching and stuff like that.
Oh God,
that's probably a good.
Oh, no. Get him out of there. What are you doing? I'm not a big yeller screamer at children. That I don't like. I don't appreciate that. That's how I was coached. I think it's terrible coaching. There's a time to raise your voice, but I raise it in a way to be loud on an open field. So, 30 kids can hear me. And yes, when kids aren't listening, but I don't get like you see that old school sense of smacking the helmet and get in there. What do you tough it out BS? I don't do any of that crap.
You're not like Varsity Blues?
I go against, you're right, Varsity Blues. I go against the grain. I go the opposite way. So I actually have, most of the coaches, don't like me. And most of the parents that grew up that way don't appreciate it. He doesn't know what he's doing, So it's, again, we're not interviewing me. What are we doing here? We were closing out on Cassanova Slots and then hitting 10,000. See how it happens? Again, thank you very much. I love the both of you. I can't wait to see the both of you, which I hope happens in a couple months.
Hopefully.
And
very soon.
I'm right. And we're going to go to Buc-ee's. Right?
Yes.
We're going to have some drinky drinks.
Definitely. Check.
We're going to play Mr. Moneybags.
Check.
$100.
And you're going to win $100K.
No, I'm not. I don't win drawings. My name isn't one that comes up on the drawings.
It's going to be a jackpot on Mr. Moneybags.
All right, Ashley, if that happens, we're going to clip this interview and we're going to put it in that exact
beginning of that video.
And you will be a legend for it for doing
it to existence right now.
Yes.
You both are legends in your own way in this community. No matter what you think or how you feel, or no matter what anybody says, I'm telling you that you are. And I don't really care what anybody else thinks. I'm telling you that you are both legends in this community. Your creator insight is great. You guys are a great time. You're loving. You are very, very personal. I can sit at a dinner with you guys and roll it right into dessert and drinks and all that stuff. And like I said, all the gambling and stuff and video stuff, it doesn't even have to happen because you two are so lovable. And I wouldn't trade that for the world. Thank you very much again for joining me and giving me your time. Thank you for, answering any questions I had for you. And I cannot wait to see you guys. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you for having us. Seriously, we've loved you since the first day we met up and hung out. And yeah, we still love you today, man.
I hope so. Do you love me too, Ashley? You didn't say it. Ashley didn't say it. You did, John.
I love you.
I felt it when you said it. I didn't feel it that much when John said it, now that I think about it. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. SlotsFan, more to come.